Oh my God, you guys, today we're going to be reviewing an amazing deck. Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is Rob. Today we're going to be reviewing the Tarot of Light. I have these two decks in front of you guys because not that we're going to be reviewing this one, we're going to be reviewing this one, which is the Tarot of Light. But I chose to have both decks on the cover of the video because I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm going to do a flip through of both decks so that you can see how this deck relates to this one, because this one is based on this one, on the Smith Way Tarot deck. And I thought that to be able to understand the Tarot of Light deck, it would be a lot easier if I did it in junction with this particular deck. So I'm going to put this deck aside for now, and we're going to get into this deck for the moment. This is super exciting, you guys. This is an amazing deck. I got this deck about 4 or 5 months ago, and I have been going crazy with it. It's one of those decks that is completely different in its own right. They use different words for the minor arcanas. They use different definitions for the major arcanas, and I'm going to show you all of that in a minute. So let's get into it, you guys. Front of the box, of course, it's a larger deck than the usual deck. So you see this one. There you can see the comparison. It's more like an oracle size deck. Beautiful drawings. Let's get into it. I'm getting excited about it, so I'm just going to go step by step. Front of the box, side of the box. This is a Blue Angel publication. This deck is by Denise Jarvier, and the artwork is by Tony Carmine Salerno. Side of the box. Again, side of the box. It's kind of hard to show it because it's such a large box, but here it is. Yeah. And here, answers, clarity, and empowerment is what it reads there. And I want to read what it says on the back of the box, you guys. And you know, if you don't want to hear me, you can pause your device at this time and you can read it yourself. Here it gives you some of the samples here it gives you samples of some of the cards that are inside of the box, and it says strong of mind, true of sight, wise of heart, divine of soul. So tarot is a path of self-knowing that unveils the mysteries that lie before and within us. The divine and loving messages of the Tarot of Light offer a balanced view of past, present, and future. So your readings bring illumination, learning, insight, and direction for a brighter, lighter tomorrow. Expand your awareness of the energies at play in your life. Open yourself to the wonder and possibilities that exist for you. This set includes 78 cards and a comprehensive 120-page guidebook with correspondences, spreads, meanings, and more, based on the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, suitable for experienced readers and those new to the art of tarot. Denise Jarvin brings a contemporary approach to traditional tarot that features 78 of Tony Carmine Salerno's most enchanting artworks. The suits of the minor's arcana have become angels, swords, hearts, cups, stars are wands, and trees pentacles, to align with the themes that run throughout Tony's work. Denise also revisited the 22 card of the major arcana, so they reflect modern-day archetypes. These cards hold divine and loving energy that encourages harmonious perceptions and will help you manifest your hopes, dreams, and desires. Don't just see the future, co-create it. So this is a brief description of what this deck is all about. And this part here, which the angels are swords, the hearts are cups, and the stars are wands, and the trees are pentacles. It's really important, and I'll show you throughout the review right now what they mean by that and how they're laid out. Really beautiful drawings, really beautiful drawings. Let's open the box. So it opens like this. It's a two-side box, or two-part box. It opens pretty sturdy, by the way, you guys. Good cardboard. It's well made. So a nice addition to the a nice addition to the shelf. It comes with the book, of course, which has the same image as the front of the box. This is a really nice book, by the way. We'll get into it in a minute. And then you get the inside of the box with the cards in it. So I'll go into that in a moment. But let's get into this book for a little bit. This is a really nice book. Not only is it nice because they did a nice job with it itself, but it really goes in detail about the meanings of the cards, and it really explains exactly what this deck is supposed to do. So this is one of those books that you're gonna want to have always with the cards, because you're gonna want to reference to it whenever you do a reading. I mean, if you manage to learn it all on your own, then you can, then that's perfect. Or if you're just one of those people that just looks at the cards and then makes up your own interpretation, that's also fine. I personally like to have the book with the cards when I do a reading, because it really lets you know what the creators of the deck had in mind, and it's so well written. I'm going to give you an example of what this book looks like and some of the writings in it. So let's get into it. The contents is major arcana, then minor arcana would be the angels, the hearts, the trees, and the stars, okay? Then it tells you about the author, about the artist, has of course an introduction. This is not a new deck, you guys. This deck came out a little while ago, but to me it's new. And it was kind of hard to get, honestly. I looked for it and I couldn't find it. And then I looked at some of the stores online that supposedly had it and they ran out. And finally, it took me like a month and a half to finally get it. And then I got it. And I forgot how much it was, honestly, but you can find out online if you find it. I was lucky enough to have found it. So here it just, like I said, it goes into some of the introduction to the deck. Angels are swords, hearts are cups, trees are pentacles, and stars are wands. Okay, and here it explains to you the hearts, the trees, stars, how to use the Tarot of Light. It gives you a brief description on how it should be used. And it gives you some layouts. And then it goes into the major arcana. I'm gonna pause here so you can also pause your device and you can read it at your own leisure. It gives you a description. It gives you the meaning of the card and the Rider-Waite correlation. So how it relates to the Rider-Waite, because they do have different words for them. Okay, so for example, the Empress would be the mother, the Emperor is the father, the teacher is guidance, or the path, exploration, the lovers, and so forth and so on. And then he goes into the minor arcanas, the star, the ego, and so on and so forth, you guys. It's a really nice book. It gives you a sample of the card here on the side, and then it just gives you the whole interpretation of what the card means and what the creators had in mind. It's a really great deck. It's super versatile because you can use it as a tarot deck. You can use it as an oracle deck. You can use it as a clarifier. You can use it in many ways, you guys. You can just pull one card of the day. And the reason I say that is because the book is so well written that if you just pull one card, you'll be able to get really a lot out of that one card. So yeah, that's for you to keep in mind. And let's get into the cards. They're not gilded, as you can see. They're a tarot card size, very much in the style of Blue Angel, that size. And let me just show you what I mean. So this is a normal, I keep saying normal, but this is Smith Waite Tarot card deck here, the boardless edition to be exact. And this is the difference. So it's wider and it's taller. Let's get into them, you guys. The drawings are beautiful. Cardstock. Cardstock is really good. It's thick. It's got that rose petal feeling to it. And it's a really nice quality of cardstock. So therefore I love using this deck for that as well. It's a bit on the thicker side. So when you try to shuffle this, it's going to not be so easy. But then at the same time, you won't have that much trouble with it. You just have to sort of be patient with it a bit. But it works. It works really well. And as I said, this is no flimsy paper or anything like that. This is really sturdy. Beautiful rose petal feeling to it. And it shuffles pretty well. So if you also want to do a fan situation, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to do the fan thing. It still works. You're just going to have to work at it a little bit harder. Let's pick some of the cards in here so you can take a look at. So this is the King of Angels. And if you remember, angels are swords. So angels are swords. So this would be the King of Swords. And they're also come in a different shades. So the frame is a different shade. This one in particular, the angels are blue. Let's pick another card. This is the stars. This is the King of Stars. And stars are wands. So this would be the King of Wands. This one has sort of a cream border to it. Let's pick another one here. This is a major arcana. This is number 0, so this would be the Fool. So it's the beginning, and I like these cards a lot because they come with a keyword at the here at the bottom. So the beginning, initiation, King of Stars, alchemist, King of Angels, peaceful warrior. So those are really I really like that. I really like that because immediately I take a look at it, and if I'm a bit confused, because it gets a little bit, it takes some time to get used to this deck, then you can just look at the word here, and then it just gives you a keyword. What is the 3 of Angels? So this would be the 3 of Swords. You see, clarification. Let's pick a couple of others. What do we have here? This is the Ace of Hearts. See, it has this pink color on it, and the hearts are the cups. So there you have it, you guys. And the trees, of course, would be the pentacles. Let's see if we find a tree. This is the 3 of Hearts. This is the Ace of Hearts. Sorry, this is the Ace of Hearts. This is the 3 of Hearts. So the 3 of Hearts is the 3 of Cups. And then we're just missing the trees here. Let's see if we can find one with the tree. There we go, the Ace of Trees. So this is the Ace of Coins, or the Ace of Pentacles, abundance. So in case you forget, it gives you here the keyword abundance. The drawings are really beautiful, you guys. I really love it. They sort of remind me of a really they're very peaceful in a way. There's nothing violent about this deck whatsoever. So to me, they bring peace. And the drawings are sort of they seem to me like a bit childish, and that's not in a negative way. I mean, it just seems like maybe they were done with a mind with a very young mind, is what I mean. And really beautiful. I love them. I think they're really beautiful drawings. Look at this, the initiation, the beginning, which is the initiation, the beginning, which is the Fool. Let's pick a couple more. 2 of Hearts, Union. So just beautiful, you guys. This is a really beautiful deck. I really love working with this deck. I love reading with this deck. And by the way, I do both with this deck. I use it as an oracle, the King of Hearts, or I use it as a tarot. I use it as a clarifier, the Queen of Angels. And it works. It doesn't matter how I use it, it all works. So really, really wonderful deck. I was super excited to do this video because this is really one of the decks that I have in the last 5 months thoroughly enjoyed. The images are beautiful. The card stock is really good. The meanings of the cards are really wonderful. The book is written in a very, very special way. For example, let's pick one of them. So let's pick the Queen of Angels, since we have that card out. Let's see, Knight, King, Queen of Angels. Visionary. Play with the power of your imagination and positive thought. Create a vision for your life and project it through every cell in your body. Description: this unique angel is a charming representation of full empowerment. She accepts and rejoices in individuality. She is dynamic force with who has refined her style. The headpiece is her halo. The pink gem, most likely a rose quartz, connects to her divinity, and the teardrop gem represents the wisdom, truth, and empowerment that drop into her everyday way of being. She fully opens her heart to inspire others to look deep within their own hearts. Her energy moves through the veils of illusion and conformity to inspire visions of love. And then the meaning. The Queen of Angels presages a powerful encounter with your imagination. A person, situation, or idea is about to show up and impart their knowledge. This is a well-timed arrival, so take notice. Address a situation with clear, positive thinking. New information will not fit the fantasy you have in your head. Go with it and allow this material to clarify what is right for you. Justifications and analytical conclusions will be impossible to uphold if they do not reflect your true feelings. Your imagination and thoughts will feel expansive, exciting, maybe even scary, but absolutely true and authentic in your heart and mind. And and then they give you here the correlation with the Rider Waite. This would be the Queen of Swords. Quick wit, perception, loneliness, and misfortune. So they are also reversible, but they don't give you a reverse meaning here. For me, it's not a problem. Maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't know, but I don't read in reverse. So for me, it's not a problem. Really beautiful. So I wanted to really read that. I usually don't read out of the books because it just takes more time. But this particular deck really deserves a little bit more time. And it deserves that one reads from the book because it's beautifully written, and it really gives you an idea of how this deck interprets itself. And when you look at the images, you just get inspired by them. You know, they're just beautiful. You know, Page of Stars, Curiosity; King of Stars, Adventurer; Queen of Stars, Illuminator, and just beautiful images. Five of Hearts, you know, this is the Five of Cups. And you know, you look and you see everything that's in there, and it's beautiful. They're really beautiful drawings and beautiful images and beautiful paper and really creative writing. Really, I give this deck really an A+. I wasn't sure at the beginning if I wanted it or not, and then I really saw a fellow reviewer do a review on it, and I thought, this deck is really for me. So I went on the hunt for it. Like I said, it was difficult to find it, but I ended up finding it in the end. The shadow is fear, which is the devil. Look at this devil card. Really, really nice, really beautiful. I love the colors. I love, you know, see, you hear like fire everywhere. So if you really look into the images, you're really able to find so many details. The ego, the collapse, that's the tower. And of course, we're going to do a flip through. And the flip through is really cool on this particular video because you'll be able to compare the Rider-Waite with this particular deck, the Tarot of Light. So you'll be able to see them both side by side. How cool is that? The Sun is this, the Awakening, Emergence, number 20 of the Major Arcana. So really great, you guys. It can look maybe like it's a bit confusing and a little bit complicated at the beginning, but you know what? Once you get into it and once you work with it for a couple of months, 3, 4, 5 months, you'll start to just be so familiar with it and it'll start to make sense to you. At the beginning, I was like sort of confused by it, but you know, now I'm not confused at all. And actually, out of my many decks in my collection, I'm super happy that this is on my collection. It's a beautiful deck. It's beautiful, really. I love this deck, and I use it for divination. I use it for myself a lot of the times, and it just works every single time. I really enjoy this deck very much. The Wheel, this is the Wheel of Fortune. A breakthrough. The Acceptance, which Harmony, the Emperor, Father, the Force, Strength, the Retreat, Meditation, which is the Hermit card. How beautiful, right? Because we usually see the Hermit card and we think, oh, okay, it's, you know, it's the Hermit, and that's, of course, the Hermit has a lot of meanings, but here you get Retreat for the Hermit and then Meditation. I find that beautiful. I think that's a beautiful interpretation for the Hermit card. The Empress, the Mother. Look how beautiful that image is. It's almost like she's seeing herself reflected on the water. Really a great deck, you guys. I recommend it 100%. I give this deck an A+ in every single way for creativeness. It's just one of those decks that if you're looking for direction, if you're looking for empathy, if you're looking for direction, it's a super spiritual deck. I really recommend it. So I hope to be able to keep enjoying this deck for a long time. And you know, going back to the card stock on this deck, this is going to last a long time. This is one of those decks that has just perfect quality paper quality. It's just perfect. It's robust, so it's going to last a long time. You can really use it on an often basis, and you will find that this deck is really not going to wear out so easily. So you guys, I will not keep going into the cards because it's going to make the video a lot longer than you probably guys want. But you know, when it comes to some of these decks, I could go on for hours talking about it, but if I did, I know that a lot of people would skip through my videos. So I try to make this as short as I can with as much information as I can. I hope that I covered a lot of the information. And of course, we are going to do a walkthrough. And so as I always do, I'm going to play some music for you, and I'm going to set this guys here, and of course, sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. That was the flip through simultaneously with the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. I hope that you were able to compare the two and see what the big differences are. Even though they are both the same, they're both tarot decks, there's stark differences. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, till the next time.